there, you're here with John Thomas Gillum. And I'm sitting here down here, and I'm down here by the freeway here, you know, which is unusual. I'm usually posted up at a Starbucks, but I'm not posted up at the Starbucks. I'm here at the freeway, and I just wanted to point out, look at this. Look at all that. Let me see if I can get it. Well, I'm looking through a gate. That's why the chain link barrier, I guess a wall they put on the upper part of the overpass. So let me see if I can get the camera to get through one of these holes here. Oh, there we go. But anyhow, what you're looking at is a freeway here. Look at all that open air space above this freeway, and above a lot of the freeways in America are like this. Look at the open air space above the freeway itself. See that? See that open air space there? All that open air space above the freeway. Now, as you look down this freeway, you might not be able to see it with the video. This is the 5 freeway going south. 5 freeway, but as you see right there, as the traffic kind of turns, there's a straight, an area that you would say would be straight in the sense that the traffic's flowing in a straight direction and there's no turn until you get down where it starts to go down the hill or whatever. I'm not familiar with this freeway at all, so I don't know what's down the other way. But anyhow, look at all the open air space. Now let's evaluate my idea on quarter mile tracks that would be placed above sections of the freeway. Now I know people are going to say, "Are you nuts? Quarter mile tracks above our freeways? Who the hell in America wants a quarter mile racetrack above our freeways?" But I'm going to add to this video. But I just want to point out that look at all the open air space above our freeways. You know, why expand, you know, to the left, to the right, or expand our freeways? Why not expand above the current freeways? And, you know, my idea on these quarter mile tracks, there's multiple uses for these quarter mile tracks. And they can be used as docking stations for water dropping helicopters. As global warming continues, we're going to see more problems with fires. We can have these as docking stations. I don't know, maybe that's not the word to use, but you can station it could be a helicopter pad. It can be an emergency pad. Let's say that, you know, we started getting heavy rains with global warming and more flooding taking place. These will be good for docking stations, for emergency personnel, helicopters. Let's say we get, because of the flooding and global warming, we start seeing more traffic accidents. We've got an emergency pad to work from. So these quarter mile tracks that I'm suggesting that we put above the current freeways wouldn't necessarily be, they'd be great. It's not, you know, when you look at this, it's not going to take the whole, when you expand above the freeway, you're not going to be expanding from the far shoulder to the other far shoulder. I don't know how to speak it in technical engineering Caltrans terms, but you're only going to need to occupy a certain area above, right above where the center divider is. Just up there, they have a 2-lane track. And then I'm going to get into how it's all going to work out. But this is an example of why we can do this. Now, you already hear considerable amount of noise from the traffic. There's considerable amount of noise. And actually, this freeway is flowing pretty good. They got it pretty good right here. Currently, they do. But there's you got your noise level already from the traffic flowing. These tracks wouldn't be, I get into detail of the pros and cons, but I think it would work. I think we should put some of these let's face it. Auto manufacturers, American automobile makers, foreign automobile makers, the horsepower in the cars just keeps getting higher and higher and higher. People should have the right to exercise that horsepower. You can't expect to put that kind of horsepower in a car, regulate their speed with laws, and not expect them to be tempted to use it, and then fine them, burden them with the fine for speeding because they gave into the temptation. Oh, look at that old classic. What was that? Cuda or something. Anyhow, so they're gonna want to exercise that horsepower. You don't put 750 horsepower in an automobile and expect somebody just to use it to commute to work and to go to the grocery store, go to the mall, take their kids to the entertainment park, camping, fishing, the malls in America, shopping across the state to visit relatives. That's too much horsepower. You need to be able to exercise that horsepower. So I'm suggesting these quarter-mile tracks that we put above pre-existing highways and freeways. There's plenty of room above this freeway right here to put anything above the freeway. Now I'm going to get into details because everybody's going to say, well, what about earthquakes? What about this? What about that? How are they going to access this track? How are they going to that? I've got answers to all that. It's going to make money. It's going to generate revenue. It's going to generate revenue. You're going to pay a yearly fee to race at these tracks. You're going to pay to race when you do race. All of it, no spectating. You're not going to have spectators sitting above the freeways spectating in a quarter-mile track above the freeway. No spectating. All of it will be video. You'll pay to view these races on YouTube or on a AAA race website or something. Anyhow, but I'm going to add to this. But anyhow, just look at this. There's a lot of open space right there. Above a lot of our freeways, there's a lot of open space. But anyhow, traffic's flowing pretty good right here. This is Tuesday the 29th of April. What is it, 29th or 30th? 29th or something. Anyhow, the flow is pretty good right here. Lucky for them, huh?